Alright, so we are here for the next game of the Society Premier League Season 3. And here's the first ball. Nicely bowled and nicely played as well. Oh, chance of a run out. Oh, that misses everyone and goes for 4. Eventful first ball here. 5 runs signaled off the first ball. No one backing up the throw. Let's have a look. So this is what happened at the toss. Venezia strikers won the toss and opted to bat. There was a slip in place. Oh, the batter pulls out. There's some movement behind the bowler's arm. The two fielders outside the 30-yard circle are deep backward point and third man. There's a short fine, square leg. There's a big gap between deep mid wicket and square leg. Nicely bowled and very nicely played too. Another chance, but safe in the end. So an eventful first ball here. 5 runs of the first ball, 6 for no loss so far. Flicked away for 4. Fantastic shot. Nicely clipped off the pads. Terrific timing on that one. Swing and a miss. So very interesting over so far. Very interesting field in place. Second slip. Flicked away and through the gap. And that'll find the boundary again. Bowler not pleased with that effort. But that'll go to the boundary. Nicely flicked off the pads for 4. Oh, nicely bowled. End of an eventful over. So 14 without a wicket after the first over. Nihal and Kunal, the opening batters for the strikers, started with an overthrow. It'll be very interesting to see what sort of plans these guys come up with. Been a brisk start, couple of boundaries in that first over. Inside edge, and they'll run to the boundary for 4. So the boundary is coming thick and fast for the strikers now. They have another look. Wanted to go the aerial route through the offside, but ends up finding a thickish inside edge for 4. Mild shout by ABW, but that's surely heading down the leg side. We called a wide. So Raghavan, the new bowler, and Kunal has been the aggressor of the two. 13 of 6, Nihal batting on 6 of 3 balls. Twenty for no loss so far. Short, but misses out on that one. So the two fielders outside are still deep backward point and third man. In fact, the boundaries down the ground are a little short in this ground, knowing that the bowler's plans have been to actually be bowling outside the off stump, not giving anything to drive with. Swing and a miss. Nice length. Good bowling. Sensible bowling this. So final ball of the second over. 6 of the over so far. Needs to close this well, does Raghavan. Nicely bowled, gets some extra bounce. And a single down to backward point to end the over. It's 21 without a wicket after a couple of overs. So 21 without a wicket after 2 overs. Raghavan sent down that over for 7 runs. Down to short third. Good work in the deep. Ball was racing through to the boundary, but nicely done. Far as the man in the boundary. Aman to continue his second over. Big shout, big shout, but the umpire is not interested. Probably a little inside edge. No, it's probably going down the leg side. Might have heard two noises here. Given as leg by, so excellent length after the first over from Aman. Nicely driven, but straight to the fielder. They scamper through for a single, chance of a run out, but all safe in the end. Good running between the wickets. There's a hint of seam movement available for the new ball bowlers, but has to be used very wisely here. Oh, that's missed the middle stump. In fact, that's an edge. Given out on field. Brilliant bowling by Aman, and the first wicket's down for the strikers. So Aman gets his first wicket, courtesy of some brilliant bowling. Good hard length, and nice carry to the keeper as well. So the new batter in is Chirag after the fall of Nihal. Swing and a miss. End of an eventful over. It's 25 for 1 after 3 overs. Chance of a run out, and he misses that completely. In fact, a mild shout for LBW as well. Raghavan to continue. Oh, nice length. Just tapped away through backward point for a single. Still persisting with that same field. Deep backward point and the third man. Third man is a little wider. And the slip is sort of a second slip. After a very interesting first over, they've managed to pull their lengths back. It's good cricketing stuff this. Again, good length ball. Stabbed away for a single. So talking about Chirag, he's played 55 games with an average of 39, strike rate of 135, holds the key alongside Kunal. Cuts, but straight to the fielder. Exactly why that fielder is stationed at deep backward point. Been sensible bowling so far. Three singles and a leg by in this over so far. Oh, what a fabulous ball that was! And a tough chance. Let's have a look at the replay here. Jack back off a length. Just kissed the bat, but a difficult chance for the keeper, was wrong footed. Nicely bowled and very nicely played as well. So they've been mixing it along. End of the over, it's 30 for 1. Aman for his third over here. So 4 overs done, 30 for 1. Excellent delivery at the last over. Oh, nicely bowled again. They've been good at stealing those quick singles here, the batters. Good calling, good camaraderie between the two. Cracked away for 4. Don't bother running. We look at the replay here. Foolish length. And just stand and punch away. The fielders didn't move an inch at all for 4. I don't think the bowling side would mind this boundary at all because they're making the batters play at it. Nicely tapped away. Chance of a run out. Oh, direct hit. Well, the batter's safe here. Good cricket all around. Just tapped away for a single. As we look at the replay here. Nicely tapped away. Good calling. The non-striker was at the danger end. And good cricket all around. Fielder was very quick on the ball. Oh, extra bounce here. There's some quality fast bowling that we can see. Surprise the batter as we look. That just jacked off a length. Punched away through mid-on for a single. So an eventful over. After 5 overs, you're... Oh, there's an overthrow here. And it adds the value to an eventful over. End of the over. It's 39 for 1 after 5 overs. So Raghavan to continue, which will be the final over of the power play here. So change in field. There is a short backward point. The man at deep backward point now shifts to point, deep point. Third man still present. Oh, edged away. Oh, brilliantly bowled. Have a look at the replay here. Look at the bounce that they're getting from the new ball. Jacked off a length, surprised the batter, surprised the keeper as well, in fact. Serious heat produced here by the new ball bowlers. Down the leg side, and that'll miss everyone. Will be called a wide, and that'll go to the boundary for 4. Again, surprised by the bounce. This is line a bit. And that'll run to the boundary. Must admit, there's been some seriously quality fast bowling. They've kept the batters on their toes time and again. Again, a shout for LBW. Chance shimmy at the nut strikers end. They've been exceptional in that good length area, 6 to 8 meters. But the foolish ball have not really provided any sort of result. A couple of balls have been flicked away for 4. One cream through covers, in fact, the previous over. Again, a big shout, but the umpire won't be interested. Oh, in fact, there's no one to back up. Backing up by the Warriors has been a little slow today as they scamper through for a second run. Again, jagged off a length. Look at the replay here. He's getting some consistent extra bounce on this wicket. Again, surprised the batter. No real feet movement. This is quality fast bowling. So, couple of balls remaining in the power play. Again, a swing and a miss. They've not been providing anything full at all. So, so the new bowler into the attack is Saurabh Mehta. As we look at the field after the restrictions have been taken off, there is a deep backward point, third man, deep fine leg. In fact, he's moving to long leg now. And there is a deep mid wicket or square leg, deep square leg, in fact, right besides the umpire. So they're still persisting with that slip in place. Very interesting. Nicely bowled. Good length to start with. Talking about Saurabh Mehta, he's picked up 90 wickets at an economy rate of 6.6. Best of 6 for 6 in 84 games. He's been a prolific cricketer and a reliable fast bowler for his side. Has that hit the pads? I think it has. Look at the replay here. Just flicked the thigh pad on the way. Might have been too high for LBW as well. But again, good bowling, good length. And understandably why they're preferring with this length is the square boundaries are pretty short on the leg side. Again, flicked away. And he finds the gap for 4. I was just talking about the square boundaries are pretty small on this side. And he finds the gap perfectly, beating the fielder for 4. Good battle between the bat and the ball. Kunal batting on 29, Chirag batting on 6. Shuffles across, but good response by the bowler after that boundary. Nice little short ball. So the slip comes out as the man at deep mid wicket moves to deep square leg. And the slip now goes out to mid wicket. Cracked away for 4. This is some seriously good batting. Little shimmy and shuffle across the off stump and just crack the boundary for 4. On the gap beautifully. Quality batting here this by Kunal. He's on to 33 now, strike rate of 127. 9 of the over so far, still a ball to be delivered. But again, I don't think the Warriors would mind this because they are making the batters play. Again, little shuffle in the air for a while. As the end of the over, 10 of 57 for 1 after 7 overs. So spin introduced for the first time in this game. Mayur comes into the attack. 13 wickets to his name, best of 3 for 3. Look at the field here. There's a man at deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a deep point. Man at 45 is a little finer for that paddle. Slightly short, but punched away to deep mid wicket for a single. Oh dear. And they scamper through for an extra run off the overthrow. It's been a little iffy in the backing up by the Warriors so far. Couple of runs to start the over. Looped away, but there's a man at long on. So Mayur is trying to give the ball a bit of air to make the batter play here. Very interesting plans. Again, bit of air but fuller in length. Smart bit of bowling so far from Mayur despite that couple of runs in the first ball. Nicely bowled. Very nicely bowled in fact. Slow through the air, pulled his length back. Good take by the keeper. Not easy standing up to the stumps. Cuts and finds the gap for 4. This outfield, you find the gap and that will always go to the boundary. Again, short of a length, this time connects with the cut and beats the man at backward point for 4. So they are finding boundaries at will here, the strikers. Flicked away to deep mid wicket for a single. To end the over, 9 came of that one. It's 66 for 1 after 8 overs. It's partnership worth of 42 of 32 balls. Kunal being the aggressor, Chirag batting on 7. So the keeper is slightly up, a few yards up. Again, nice length. Just jams it through third man for a single. Saurabh to continue. It's some sensible bowling so far from the Warriors. Oh, in the air, just wide of the keeper. Again, smart bowling as we look at the replay here. Jagged off a length, surprised the batter with the bounce. Keeper did really well to get a hand to that one. Hope he's alright here, the batter. Seriously good bowling this by Saurabh. Surprised the batter. Chirag fended that one off the glove and to the shoulder. It's one for the over in fact. As we look at the field here, there's a man at deep mid wicket, deep square leg, long leg and third man in deep points. Slow ball and just tapped away to mid off. So Chirag is yet to crack a boundary. Kunal has been the aggressor of this partnership. Again gets that extra bounce. This time a little slower. Might have been the off cutter. bowling and about 8 runs and over. The strikers. While we called a wide. Down the leg side. Just his line here does Saurabh. Down the track. And a thickish outside edge to third man to finish the over for a single. 72 for 1 after 9 overs. So Mayur to continue. We are 1 over away from the halfway mark. So very interesting field in place here. Short third, short backward point, and a point as a man at deep extra cover. So they're there for the cut shot, in fact. No one at fine leg for the sweep. Come back for a quick single. Very interesting field this. 3 men on the cut. Man at long on, long off, deep mid wicket and deep square leg. No one for the sweep. Man at extra cover. So the man at deep point has slightly moved to his right. Oh, that's missed everyone. We called a bye. Again, smart bit of bowling by Mayur. Beat the batter in the air. And to go for the glory shot. Thickish outside edge. And that spins away from the man at short third. A little lazy for coming back for 2. And eventually make it. So the pressure has been building a bit on the batting side here. Batting on 48 here, Kunal. Drives and misses. Excellent bowling this. Very good battle to watch here between Mayur and Kunal. Who will win this battle? Especially on Kunal on 48. Down the track. Again a play and a miss here. Couple of steps down the track. Smartly bowled outside the off stump. So back to back dot balls. Cuts and beats the fielder for a single. Wants the 2 but sent back by the striker. So after the end of the 10 overs, we are 77 for 1 as the players and the match officials take a little drinks break. So 77 for 1 at the halfway mark. Saurabh to continue. The change in ends here. 49 for Kunal. Big shout, big shout. And the umpire is not interested. In fact, given as runs, so 50 for Kunal. Excellent knock, batting at a strike rate of 122. Well played. So Chirag needs a move on here. 9 of just 15 balls. Been playing the supporting act so far for Kunal. He needs a move on here. Oh, very nicely bowled. Some quality bowling by Saurabh. As you look at the field here, there's a man at deep square leg, there's a deep fine leg, third man, deep backward point and deep point. So no one on the V in the front, suggesting the length that these two will operate with. Short and a good stop by the keeper. Got some really extra bounce here, Saurabh. I have to appreciate the knock by Kunal here. 50 of just 41 balls. He's been the aggressor of this partnership, as I've been saying. Partnership of 54 runs. Fantastic knock. Needs to convert this to a big one here. Have we called a wide? And the keeper is just a bit wrong footed here. They scamper through for a single. Still persisting with the same field here. Chipped and beats the man for 4. So much needed boundary this for the strikers after the halfway break. They look at the replay here. Foolish ball and just picked off the length for 4. Oh, in the air and goal! That is smart bit of bowling. Just pulled his length back. I look at the replay here. Off cutter, pulled his length back, jacked on the bounce, and a smart take by Saurabh as he gets his first wicket. An excellent knock by Kunal comes to an end as the second wicket falls for Venezia strikers at 84 for 2. There we have it. Off cutter, slow delivery, varied his pace beautifully, and a good returning catch by Saurabh Mehta. Important partnership broken here, 58 runs. And the new batter in is Raghuveer, averages 37 of 19 games, strike rate of 138. They've been chipping away with wickets at important junctures here, the Warriors. So final ball of the 11th over. As they are adding a slip, I think. Yep, for the new batter, and rightly so with the extra bounce. So the man at square leg now moves to slip, and rest of the field remains identical. Nicely bowled, and a dot to end the over. 84 for 2 after 11 overs. So Mayur to continue. Oh, nicely bowled. That stayed a tad too low here. And a very interesting field again. Short third, backward point, slightly ahead, couple of yards ahead, and a close-ish point. No one at fine leg. There's a man at deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a deep point. Called a dead ball. Sort of 3 overs, 1 for 23. Take the wicket in the last over. Slow through the air and cuts away. Excellent work in the deep to keep it down to single. That travelled quickly. Oh, they scamper through for a second run and misses the chance for a run out. This is excellent cricket all round. Good fielding. Just slip through the throw. They come back for a couple. Punch down to long on and beats the man for 4. Gave the ball a little bit of air and got underneath that one for his first boundary. Chirag is trying to push the man at deep mid wicket to a bit of his right. Found the gap beautifully there, Chirag. And a little leg line, tapped away to square leg for a single. Full toss, but just punched away for a single to long off. Eight of the over so far. Calls for two, and they won't get it. Excellent fielding in the deep. 9 off the over. It's 93 for 2 to 12 overs. So new bowler introduced into the attack, Gautam. Couple of wickets for him in the last game. And very interestingly, the keeper is up to the stumps. So the field here is again 3 men on the cut, deep point, deep extra cover. Again straight to the man on the cut. Chance of a run out. That's gone. Oh, that's pretty unfortunate here. Excellent work by the man at point. You look at the replay here. Nice, gentle short ball. Good line, in fact. Tried to cut it. On striker backing up. The fielder was well aware. And a good throw, good collection. And the bowler does the rest. So Raghavi falls for a single. 93 for 3. So the new man in is Karan. And one to consider adding a slip here for the new batter, maybe, when he comes on strike. Foolish ball and just tapped away for a single. So they've taken the man out from extra cover and put him on the sweep, just right next to the umpire on square leg, and push the man at deep square leg to deep mid wicket. Oh, nicely bowled, and that's missed everyone. Fielder will give it a chase, but the ball wins the race. That'll be 4 byes. You look at the replay here, nicely bowled, wanted to go the aerial route, turned a bit, and outfoxed the batter and the keeper for 4 byes. I don't think the bowler would mind that one because he's enticed the batter into a false shot here. In the air. Oh dear. Has been parried over. Falls short of the boundary. But good effort. If you look at the replay here. Nicely bowled, wanted to cut it away for four, but the extra bounce. Nice effort, just missed it. So the 100 up is on the board for the strikers as we come to the last ball of the over. Nicely punched away. Has he found the gap? Yes, he has. So welcome boundary for Chirag as we end the over with a boundary. Look at the replay here. Nicely sat up on that one, punched away through extra cover. Good effort by the fielder, but that's gone for four. 105 for three after 13 overs. So Mayur comes on for his last over. None for 22 of his three overs. As we come closer to that death over phase, again the Pacers will start holding the key. 8 came of the previous over. Very important run out as well. Nicely bowled and nicely played as well. Good fielding in the deep. Judged the bounce brilliantly. Again, look at the field here. There's no one at short fine. The man at deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a deep point. Driven and driven for four. This is some seriously good batting by Chirag here. Saw the length early and just punched it. Good effort in the deep. That goes to the boundary for four. So much needed boundary here. Nice punch that through mid wicket and excellent work in the deep. Stopped a couple of runs for sure. Raghavan in the deep. Look at the fielding effort here. Was travelling quickly that one, but excellent work. Stopped a certain boundary for sure. Nicely bowled. Knowing what Chirag wants to do here, he wants to come down the ground. He's looking for that foolish ball like the one that he played previously to long on. Again, a bit of an air. I thought hit something on the way. Oh, the square leg umpire isn't interested for stumping either. Some very good bowling. The final ball of the 14th over. I'll be called a wide. It's a tight call here. A touch and go. Again, that foolish ball and drilled down the ground for four. As I was talking about foolish ball, Chirag wanted the length that, and he's punched that Down the ground for 4. 117 for 3 after 14 overs. So 117 for 3 after 14 overs. Gautam to continue. Mayur ends his spell with none for 34 of 4 overs. Oh, nicely bowled. Thickish inside edge. Rolls down to the man at fine leg. Some very controlled bowling this by Gautam. Not giving anything away to work with. Look at the field here. 3 men on the cut. The man at deep point, deep extra cover, long off, long on, and deep mid wicket. Nicely bowled and down to deep mid wicket for a single. Again, not getting that elevation right here, Chirag. Got a couple of boundaries in the last over that should get him going. Again, a low full toss. Could feel he missed out here, Karan. Hope Saurabh's alright here. So 120 on the board already. 33 balls remaining in the innings. Oh, lowish full toss. And that's been drilled through for 4. Again, a good effort from the fielder. Loopy full toss. And takes full advantage of that one, does Chirag. Good effort in the deep. But ball wins the race. Called for a newish ball here. After the previous one. Just drilled down for 4. 7 of the over so far. Nicely bowled. Chance of a run out at striker's end, but good call by the non-striker here to send him back. There's no single on offer. So final ball of the 15th over. And ends the over with a single. So 15 overs done, 125 for 3. So Saurabh is back into the attack for his final over, 1 for 23. as the batters call out for the helmet. Very interesting to see what total these two are looking at. So last 9 overs, it's been 78 for 2. After the power play, they've scored 78 runs, the loss of 2 wickets. Been going at nice click, around 9 runs an over. Oh, swing and a miss. So the men at mid on and mid off are inside the circle. There's a deep extra cover, there's a deep point, there's a third man, there's a fine leg, and there's a deep square leg. So Chirag rightly wanting to go down the ground here. Short ball, that will be called wide. Just bounced over his head, and there'll be one for the over as well. So 125, 126 for 3 rather. The wide. Oh, foolish ball. Tried the Yorker, but does no harm. Feel it miss out here. This Chirag could have put it anywhere between mid on and mid off, but ended up miscuing it to deep extra cover. Down the ground and beats the man at mid off for 4. So Karan joining the act here. If you look at the replay, foolish ball and driven straight towards mid off for 4. So another boundary in the over. They've been finding every over one boundary. 130 on the board. Again a short ball. That'll be called a no ball and that'll go for 4. You look at the replay here, got some extra bounce. Missed everything. And it'll be a free hit. Here we go, free hit. Ah, miscued that one. Chance of a run out. And that's missed everything. And the batter had already given up. Direct hit would have sent the batter packing. Have a look. Tried to miscue that one. Raghavan very quick on that one, and the batter had already given up. Slow ball in the air, and that's gone. Saurabh picks up his second wicket. Exceptional bowling this. If you look at the replay here, nice slow ball sat up on the surface And a simple catch to Mayur. The fourth wicket down for the strikers. 137 for 4. So 137 for 4 as we come close to the end of the 16th over. And the new man in is Nikhil Jain. Strike rate of 116 throughout his career. Needs to go from ball 1 here for the strikers to get to a exceptional total. And they're adding a slip, customary slip for the new man in. And the man from square leg has just moved to the second slip. Nicely bowled and very nicely played. So single to end the over, 138 for 4. And Saurabh ends his 4 over spell with 2 for 32. 138 for 4. So Gautam to continue, and for 16 of his 2 overs, 138 for 4. Looking at somewhere around 160, 170 in fact. Slow through the air. Fielder or just excellent effort in the deep, but that will find the boundary. You look at the replay here, excellent shot. Did well, did Raghavan to get to that ball that finds the boundary. So boundary to start the over. In the air and finds the gap for 4. It's between deep extra cover and deep point. Again slow through the air. Bit of room this time. And he's just punched that away through for 4. So Nikhil joins the act here. Strike rate of 300. Down the track. Doesn't get enough bat on that one. They come back for a single. He's been bowling a little slow through the air, which is not easy to get underneath. In the air. Who wants this one? And the bowler takes it himself. Fifth wicket down for the strikers as Karan departs. Look at the replay here. Again, as I was talking about, they're bowling a bit slow and Fuller gave enough air on that one, wanted to go over mid off, ends up miscuing it, and a safe pair of catch for the bowler himself. First wicket for Gautam, 147 for 5 now. 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 147 for – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – –– – –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– –– – 147 for 5. And a dot to start with. In the air and finds the gap for 4. The new man in joins the act as a 150 up on the board after 17 overs. 151 for 5. So the new man in is Hitesh Mehta. Struck a boundary of his second ball. Beg your pardon, the previous over was bowled by Sarthak Patkar. He picked up his first wicket for 13 runs. So Raghavan comes back into the attack for his final over, 9 for 16. And it's 150 up on the board. You look at the field here. There's a man at long on, long off. Deep third man, deep backward point and deep point. So no one at mid wicket. There's a man at extra cover, short extra cover in fact. Fine legs inside the circle. There's a man at square leg just behind the square leg umpire. So dot ball to start the 18th over. How many can they get here? Strikers. Slow ball and misses that one. Good take by the keeper. In fact, I was dying down on him. So a couple of dot balls to start the 18th over here. Now, what is Raghavan going to do here? Bowls it short and that will be called a wide. Well outside the tram line. So the plan is to bowl away from the body. Looks like that one because there's no protection at all on the leg side except the man at long on down the ground. So for Nikhil it'll be easy to just shuffle across to the offside and chip it away. He wants a boundary here. Down the track. Sees him and bowls it short. So sensible bowling here. Excellent battle between Nikhil and Raghavan. 3 dots and a wide of the over so far. Seriously good bowling this by Raghavan here. Got the batters thinking. And that'll be called the first bouncer of the over. So change in field here. The man at long on comes down to mid off. And the man at mid wicket is just trudging back to deep mid wicket. Rest of the field remains very identical. So now he can afford to bowl the foolish balls. Down the track again. Manages to scamper through for a single. Excellent over so far. Given nothing away. Just a couple of runs of the 4 balls so far. What will Vitesh do here? 2 balls left in the over. That'll be called a wide. And they'll also scamper through for a bye. So 4 of 4 balls thanks to that extra. Otherwise, it's been an excellent over so far. Still a couple of balls to come. Slow ball and drill down the ground for 4. I think he was waiting on that one. Nikhil, as you look at the replay here, slow ball and he's just waiting on that one. Enough power on that one for 4. 8 of the over so far. So final ball of the 18th over. Shuffles not given as a wide. Very interesting decision to end the over. Dot to finish. 159 for 5 as Raghavan finishes his spell for 9 for 24 of his 4 overs. 2 overs to go. 159 for 5. So 159 for 5 after 18 overs. Very interesting decision in the last over of the last ball. The batter actually moved towards the offside while the delivery stride was being bowled. So Gautam back for his third over. Oh, nicely bowled. Feel it missed out here. They want the second run but sent back by the non-striker. Excellent work in the deep. Raghavan it is again. Not very easy after finishing that fiery spell to collect the ball so quickly. Excellent fitness shown here. Down the track. Oh, that's missed everything. How did that miss the off stump? Let's have a closer look here. Loopy full toss. Wanted to hoik it, but that's missed the off stump by an inch. Excellent bowling. 160 on the board here. 10 balls remaining in the innings. Down the track. That should be a goner. It is a goner. So wanted to go the aerial route, but ends up missing it completely. We have a look at the wicket here. Sixth wicket. Down the track. Missed the length completely and the keeper does the rest. So the sixth wicket down for the strikers. 160 for 6. 9 balls remaining in the innings. So 160 for 6 here. 9 balls remaining in the innings. First wicket for Gotham. In the air, fielder. Oh, that's a tough chance. That's gone down. I think they come back for 2 here. Excellent effort to actually judge the catch by Mayur down at long off. Not easy at all under lights. You look at the replay here. Tough chance. Look at the field. Again, a very interesting field. There's no one at deep square leg. There's a man at deep mid wicket. Long on, long off, deep extra cover, and a deep point. Hoiked it through and just on the bounce to the man at deep mid wicket. Again, excellent work in the deep by Raghavan. Not giving away anything. The Warriors. 4 runs and a wicket of it so far. Final ball of the 19th over. Make that 2 wickets of the over. Short, straight, quicker through the air, and misses that one completely. 7th wicket down for the strikers as Gotham picks up his 2nd wicket. Look at the replay here. Short ball, quicker one, gone on the back foot, and have crashed onto the middle stump. 163 for 7 after 19 overs. So the final over of the innings, 163 for 7. Held down the leg side, tickled away fine for 4. Has that been called a wide here? Nope, given as runs. So an important boundary to start the over. You look at the replay. Nice hard length, shuffled across to off stump and tickled away for 4. tapped away for a single. So last four balls of the innings, 168 for 7. Yamit, the new man in on strike, as Aman Agarwal comes to finish his spell. Short and doesn't connect. They scamper through for a single of the bye. Can they go past the 175 mark here? 175 will be an exceptional total here on this wicket. Oh, that's missed everyone. No, in fact, he's knocked him over. Excellent ball under the circumstances to get rid of the new batter here. In fact, to get rid of Mayank Sangvi. Yorker length and brilliant ball. That excellent pace as well. Knocked over the off stump. So the eighth wicket down for 169 runs. 169 for 8. So Aman Agarwal picks up his second wicket as the eighth wicket falls for 169 with 2 balls to go in the innings. Can he complete a 4 for here? 2 wickets, 2 balls. Will be a hat trick, but very good chance to do that here in this circumstances. Vivian, the new man in. In fact, Vivian, the new man in. Maybe a wide, and they scamper through for a single. So again, a very interesting field here. There's a man at deep fine leg, third man deep backward point, and long on. There's a huge gap between long on and mid wicket. Just a single man on square leg. So again, 170 on the board. In the air and finds the gap beautifully for 4. That is excellent cricket shot. What a shot that is. As I was talking about the mid wicket, but the mid off inside the circle is always going to the boundary. So final ball of the innings, 175 on the board. Here we go. Final ball. Swing and a miss. Chance of a run out. Keeper misses. Everyone misses. And they scamper through for a bye here. So at the end of 20 overs, the Venezia strikers are 176 for 8. And the Crescent Warriors require 177 to win this game of their allocated 20 overs.
डॉक्टर नरुद्दीन पेविलियन एंड से अपने दूसरे ओवर की शुरुआत करेंगे. डॉक्टर नरुद्दीन had a decent start with the ball. ये फार एंड से पहले ओवर की शुरुआत की थी. अब पेविलियन एंड से शुरुआत करेंगे अपने नए ओवर की. डॉक्टर नरुद्दीन gave away 5 runs. मेड श्योर कि वो मीत को बांधे रखे हुए थे. नवोदित अब स्ट्राइक पर है. नए बैटर आ चुके हैं. दिनेश गोहिल who's at the bowler's end. So Kalyan Titans have lost both their openers. Played with the soft hands. नवोदित मेकिंग श्योर कि हर बॉल पर अब रन आना जरूरी है. That's 50 up. 50 रन पूरे. कल्याण टाइटंस 50 पर 2 6.1 ओव्हर्स. एक अच्छी शुरुआत है. एक चांगली सुरुवात या ठिकाणी कल्याण टायटन्स त्यांचे प्रारंभिक बॅटर्स पॅव्हिलियन मध्ये परतलेले आहेत. पण आता जिम्मेदारी या दोन्ही फलंदाजांवरती आहे. नवोदित लेफ्ट हँडेड बॅटर आणि आता नवीन फलंदाज आलेला आहे. तो आता प्रथम स्ट्राईक वर असणार आहे. दिनेश गोहिल. डॉक्टर नरुद्दीन पहिल्या ओव्हर मध्ये 5 धावा खर्च केलेल्या. एक चांगली अॅक्युरेसी आपल्याला पाहायला मिळालेली पहिल्या ओव्हर मध्ये डॉक्टर नरुद्दीन कडून. मिडल स्टंप वरती त्यांची लाईन आहे दिसते. एक चांगली फिटनेस, चांगली हाईट, चांगला रनअप आणि जम्प कॉम्बिनेशन आहे बॉलिंग मध्ये. ऍज अ बॉलर यू हॅव दॅट गुड पेस, गुड रनअप, चांगली जम्प आणि लँडिंग. तर या तिन्ही बाबतीमध्ये डॉक्टर नरुद्दीन कम्प्लीट पॅकेज बॉलर दिसत आहे. बीटन नवोदित स्ट्रगल करतायत. जेव्हाही अराउंड दॅट कॉरिडोर ऑफ अनसर्टनिटीज वरती जेव्हा बॉल पिच होईल तेव्हा नवोदितला थोडस स्ट्रगल झालेलं आहे त्या बॉलला कनेक्ट करण्यासाठी किंवा शॉर्ट ऑफर करण्यासाठी. सो ही नीड टू बी मोर वॉचफुल. 7वी ओव्हर सुरू आहे. आता यानंतर येणाऱ्या 2-3 ओव्हर्स नंतर पेसअप करायला लागणार आहे. समानी कॅप्टननी या ठिकाणी सांगितलं की 180 और 80 प्लस रन्स 180 प्लस रन्स या माझी क्रिकेट क्लबच्या ग्राउंडवर विल बी चॅलेंजिंग टोटल फॉर द ऑपोनेंट. जर 180 प्लस चा टार्गेट ठेवायचा असेल कोल्हापूर वॉरियर्सच्या अगेन्स्ट तर आफ्टर कपल ऑफ मोर ओव्हर्स नीड टू स्टेप अप द स्कोरिंग रेट. जर असं नाही केलं तर 180 चा जो टार्गेट आहे तो अचीव होणं थोडंसं कठीण जाईल. कल्याण टायटन्स प्राउड ओनर ऍडव्होकेट मीत समानी, आयकन ऍडव्होकेट अवी चौधरी, मेंटॉर श्री विशाल भानुशाली सर, कोल्हापूर वॉरियर्स से प्राउड ओनर सीनियर एडवोकेट संजय कदम सर, डॉक्टर उदय वारुंजकर, मेंटर एंड आयकन ऍडव्होकेट इरफान शेख. सोहेर मारा व्हाईट चेंडू आपल्या लाईनला कम्प्लिटली मिस केलेला आहे यावेळेला डॉक्टर नरुद्दीनने. विथ दॅट एक्स्ट्रा स्कोर मूव्स अप टू 53. 53 धावा 2 गडी बाद. 7वं षटक मार्गस्थ आहे आणि आतापर्यंत ज्या पद्धतीने खेळ सुरू आहे विनय तर स्टार्ट स्टॉप प्ले झालं म्हणजे स्टार्ट चांगलं मिळालेलं आहे. त्यानंतर कुठे ना कुठे इंटरव्हल्स मध्ये विकेट जात आहेत त्यामुळे स्टॉप होते. रन्स येणं थोडस ब्रेक लागलेला आहे. चांगला फटका. दॅट इज कॉल्ड अ छान शॉट. अप्रतिम दर्जा दिनेश गोहिल कडून. अकॉर्डिंग टू मेरिट जर आपण खेळलात ना प्रत्येक चेंडू तर ऍज अ बॅटर आपल्याला सक्सेस रेशिओ ऑलवेज 100% असतो. 57 for 2 विथ दॅट बाउंड्री. चौकार आलेला आहे दिनेश गोहिलच्या बॅटर. पहिला एक दर्जेदार शॉट आपल्याला पाहायला मिळालेला आहे दिनेश गोहिल कडून. त्या पॉइंटच्या क्षेत्रामध्ये बॉलची स्पीड रॉकेट प्रमाणे त्यावेळेला तेवढ्या चांगल्या पद्धतीने टाइम करू शकलेला नाही पण एक धाव निश्चितच मिळेल. या एका धावाने धावसंख्या पोहोचलेली आहे कल्याण टायटन्स 58 धावा 58 for 2. एंड ऑफ ओव्हर नंबर 7. 7 ओव्हर 58 for 2. सुपर एक्साइटेड आहे, पंप्ड अप आहे. ज्या पद्धतीने चौकार त्यांनी लगावलेला पहिल्या चेंडूवर, इनफॅक्ट दुसऱ्या चेंडूवर. त्यानंतर दिनेश गोहिल याचा आत्मविश्वास चांगल्या पद्धतीने आपल्याला पाहायला मिळतो. आणि टोटली excited to add some more quick runs या ठिकाणी this judgment fielder कडून अजून एक धाव पूर्ण करण्यात येईल. 2 धावा लेगवाईजच्या रूपामध्ये जोडली जाणार आहे. 63 for 2 India Titans end of 8 overs. Dr. Naruddin to continue. Dr. Naruddin 2 overs 14 runs, very economical after conceding few extras. उन्होंने अपनी इकोनॉमी बहुत अच्छी रखी. जब भी बैटर अपने स्ट्राइक से वाइडिश लाइन की तरफ जाता है, तो वाइड लाइन है, that's the reason umpire ने भी दिखाई है, and the batter knows that very well. Dr. Naruddin का प्लान क्लियर है, वाइड लाइन की जितनी बॉल पिछली जाए ऑफ साइड पर इम्पैक्ट बॉल बॉल एक्स्ट्रा कवर बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग. ये लंबी हाइट होने का ये फायदा है, इससे आप बॉल को रिलीज कर सकते हो, गेट दैट नेचुरल बाउंस.
So welcome back for the chase. The Crescent Warriors require 177 to win of the allocated 20 overs.
That's a very good start. सुरुवात जब अच्छी होगी डॉक्टर नरुद्दीन कडून त्यांनी आपली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आहे फार छान पद्धतीने चांगल्या पद्धतीने केली आहे. He hasn't got a wicket, पण ज्या पद्धतीने बॉलिंग ॲक्युरेसी आपल्याला पाहायला मिळाली.
Need to go about 8.85 runs an over to pace this chase. So the opening batters are Himanshu and Piyush. Himanshu and Mayur, in fact, Piyush opens the bowling for the strikers. Spin to start with. A very interesting choice. As we start the chase and the power play here. We look at the field. There's a man at deep square leg and a long on. They are not operating with anyone on fine leg. A ring on the offside. A man at extra cover. Here we go. Nicely bowled and just leaves that one. Himanshu. Just a reminder of what happened in the first innings. The Strikers scored 176 for the loss of 8 wickets of the 20 overs. Oh, knocks him over. What a start this for the Strikers. As Piyush strikes in his second ball. Look at the replay here. Nicely tossed up delivery. wanting to drive it through covers, but ends up missing that one completely. And the off stump goes for the toss. Not for one, the Crescent Warriors, as Piyush picks up his first wicket. So the new man in is Sarthak Patkar. First dent for the Warriors. Piyush bowls an absolute delight for a left arm spinner. Talk about Sarthak averages 23, the strike rate of 132 of his 83 games for 1,600 runs. So here we go. Oh, that's nicely tapped away through covers for four. Nicely bowled, foolish, and just picked up over the man at short extra for four. So the first boundary for the Warriors. All happening here in the first over itself of the chase. Wicket followed by a boundary. Nicely bowled. Bit slower through the air and pulled his length back a bit. That's Piyush. Again, a similar kind of field for Sarthak as well. Has that heard something? Is not interested. Good work behind the stumps by the keeper. Just missed that one. Wanted to go a mid off, but ended up connecting with thin air. Went full over so far. Fielding side is really pumped up after the first wicket. Oh, that's gone. Up goes the finger. Second wicket in the over for Piyush. What a dream start this for the strikers. You look at the replay here. Short ball, slow through the air. Missed that one completely. And the umpire had thought for a while before raising his dreaded finger. 4 for 2 after first over as Piyush picks up the second wicket. So, so the new man in is Paras Agarwal as Mayur comes on strike. Talking about Paras, 50 matches, an average of 19 and a strike rate of 112. Really pumped up the fielding side here. You can hear all the chants. Keepers actually up to the stumps by a few yards. So the two fielders outside the 30-yard circle are deep third man and a deep extra cover, or rather a deep cover. The solitary man at point. There is a forward extra cover, man on the catching position, and there's a mid wicket, and right next to the square leg umpire, a square leg slip to operate with, and it's Mayank Sangvi with the new ball again. That's pushed into the gap for four. So it's all happening here for the chase for the Crescent Warrior Club as Mayu gets off the mark with a boundary here. Short, just helped it on its way for four. It's all happening. I don't think the bowling side would mind this, especially the amount of runs they have on the board. Wouldn't mind that at all. I'll be wide. Yeah. What an eventful first over that one. Two wickets for Piyush. Delighted with that start, I think. Dream start for an off spinner or a left arm orthodox bowler. But Mayur holds the key here for the Warrior Club. Full ball and driven down the ground. Excellent work at mid on. Chance of a run out here. Uh, Paras was a little slow on the call, but eventually makes it. It's all happening here for the chase. Couple of wickets in the first over. Little run out chance here in the second. Boundary to start the over. It's all happening. So now the change in field for the left-hander. So the man at yeah, it's similar kind of field. So change in field here for the left-hander. Man at deep point, very straightish point. In fact, inside the circle, deep mid wicket, and a solitary man at square leg. No one at fine leg. Very interesting to see what line he bowls here. Big shout, and up goes the finger. Third wicket down for the Warrior Club, and they are in deep trouble here. Some seriously good new ball bowling this by the strikers. 10 for 3 now. You look at the replay of that LBW shout. Pulled straight, hit him on the knee roll, and that would have gone on to crash the middle and leg stump. What a start this for the Venezia strikers. Third wicket down for 10 runs inside the second over. 10 for 3. Surya is the new man in as they are reeling for at 10 for 3. Still the same field here for the right hander. Deep extra cover and man at deep backward point. Still persisting with a slip here. Man at catching extra cover. It's all happening here and inside the first two overs. Oh, nicely played, nicely tapped away. Wants the single, but it's denied by the partner. Needs to consolidate a bit here. It's been a ride. Wickets falling in heaps here for the Warrior Club. And the voices have certainly gone up in the fielding side. Still persisting with that slip. In the air and just falls short. Chance of a run out, in fact. It's all happening here at our very own Khalsa ground. Don't go anywhere. You look at the replay here, leading edge. Wanted to tuck that away through square leg. And good call in the end by Mayur to come across for a single. Tell you what, don't go anywhere, the viewers, if you're watching around. Cuts in the gap for a single. So 2 overs done, 12 for 3. You look at the 3 wickets here to fall. First one, very nicely bowled. Loopy through the air and crashed onto the off stump. And the second one was an LBW shout. The batter thought it was going above, but easy call for the umpire. And the third one, another LBW shout, but this was a relatively easier one for the umpire. 3 wickets in 2 overs. Oh, another leading edge. It's all happening here for the strikers. Piyush to continue. Mayur on strike. Little leading edge, just away from the keeper. What an incredible start here. Still persisting with that slip. Down on one knee. That have always gone down the leg side. Leg by signal. So if we look at the field here. Long off. No, in fact long on and deep square leg. No one at fine leg. There's a ring on the offside again. Made off up inside the circle. Still persisting with a slip. Very attacking, the strikers. Oh, nicely bowled. Varying his pace beautifully here. Piyush. What a move by the strikers to bring on Piyush to open the bowling. Couple of wickets to his name, really troubling the batters. Left, right and centre. Can he pick another one in the power play? Your dream start. This. Cuts and finds the gap for 4 does Mayur. Picks the length very early. This rock back onto the back foot. Similar kind of delivery that caught Paras's wicket. This time gets 4 runs for it for that one. It's a good battle this between Piyush and the Warrior Club batters. Very nicely bowled. Shifted his line to middle stump and that's been working for him. Still an excellent over, just 6 off it so far. Swing and a miss. End of an eventful over. It's 18 for 3 after 3 overs. Eighteen for 3 after the end of 3 overs. What an eventful first 3 overs they have been. Credit full marks to bowlers here. Mayank to continue. Very nicely bowled. Need to do the consolidation act here, not rush through the runs. Might give away another couple of wickets and there'll be deep, deep trouble for the Warrior clubs. That'll be called a wide. Yep. Airing in his line here. Good take by the keeper, in fact, behind the stumps. Very nicely bowled again. Finding his rhythm here does Mayank, not giving away anything to free the arms for the batters. It'll be important for these two to stay on at least till the halfway stage, if not more. Gets some extra bounce, but nicely played by Surya. Gets a single. So what's been exciting is the amount of turn that Piyush has got from the new ball. Not much that in the first innings. Picked away and over the fielder at the mid wicket for four. Much needed boundary this. Mayur has been finding those boundaries that will pick the length early and easy pickings that for Mayur, the kind of form he's in. 24 for 3 now. Cuts away, but there is a man in the deep for that shot. Final ball of the fourth over. They've been very quick in getting through the overs as well, not allowing the batters to settle down. This has been working in their favour. Now the slip goes out to short third. Keeper still a little inside. That'll be called a wide. Yeah, it's been a very interesting power play phases for both the sides. Man at extra covered, man at backward point, but more of a finish third man. Oh, that's extra bounce. That surprised the batter here. Signaled as leg byes. 27 for 3 after 4 overs. Twenty-seven for 3. He used to continue, and as usual, he's been spot on with his length. slowly, nicely, controlling his pace, not allowing the batters to settle underneath anything. Ooh, that's very close to the stumps. If you look at the field here, they have a deep square leg and a deep extra cover. So they are asking the batters to hit square of the wicket, or if they have the chance to use their feet. In the air, in the air, in the air. Gone! Third wicket for Piyush, and this has been an exceptional start for the strikers. Look at the replay here of that wicket. Again, similar kind of ball that got Paras fending off the leading edge, wanted to tuck it through square leg for a single, and a simple return catch to Piyush, who picks up his third wicket. 27 for 4 now, the Crescent Warrior Club. And they are delighted. Why not? Third wicket for him. Might as well get a fourth over here, does Piyush. 27 for 4. As the new man walks in is Gautam. Picked up a couple of wickets with the ball. And again, the fielding team has found its voice. Very, very, very good stuff this by Piyush. They've pushed the man inside a few yards for the man at deep mid wicket, or rather mid wicket. Everyone's a few yards inside the circle, in fact, for that catch, especially the return catch. Constant chirping. Oh, nicely bowled. The arm ball here. Been an exceptional spell so far. Shuffling the batters at will here. 27 for 4. Flicked away. And in the gap for 4. That called the fielder inside a few yards. The man at mid wicket. And he finds the gap. Bowled it a little too slower. Not the ideal pace. Gives the batter enough time for his first boundary. So final ball of Piyush's third over. Still persisting with the same field. The man at mid wicket has been now pushed to the edge of the circle. Oh, that's missed everything. I will look at the replay here. Wanted to hoik it through mid wicket, but that's missed off stump by a inch. 31 for 4 after 5 overs. 31 for 4 as we enter the last over of the power play, as Mayank continues his excellent spell. Coming over the sticks. Want to continue this momentum here. Ooh, extra bounce, surprise Mayu here. And scamper through for a single. Good call, good response by Gautam. Deep extra cover and a man at third. That's nicely bowled. Play and a miss. Tried to push away from his body, Gautam, but contacted with a thin air. So a change in field. The other man at deep extra cover comes inside the circle. They're pushing the man at square leg onto the boundary. A bit more finer. Like he's moving down to the backward square leg. Big shout and up goes the finger. Half the side down. Half the side down now. 32 for 5 as Gautam walks back after scoring 4 of 4 and Mayank picks up his second wicket. Look at the replay here. Foolish ball trying to glance it through the leg side. In fact, defend it off, but would have gone on to hit the off stump. Half the side down now. 32 for 5 at 5.3 overs. 32 for 5 as a new man in is Saurabh. Nicely bowled and very nicely played as well. Big stride forward. Lines have been so brilliant by the two new ball bowlers. I won't be surprised if they get another over. In fact, finish their spells in the first 8 itself. The final two balls of the power play. That'll be called a wide. Trying to glance it through, but yeah, erring in his blade. Very nicely bowled. Final ball of the power play. In the air for a while, but end of an eventful power play. 33 for 5 after 6 overs. Yep, and quite rightly so, Piyush is here to finish his spell. As the power play ends, the field is opened up. There's a man at long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, deep point, and deep third. So the slip's gone out to short fine at 45. And Piyush continues. Big shot, and that goes down the leg side, perhaps. Yep, umpire signals that going down the leg side. Trying to play the sweep. Mayur here. They've been saying he holds the key, half of his side in the hut. It's been some seriously good bowling by Piyush. 3 for 13, every chance. Oh, there's a quick single. Excellent cricket all round. Quick single, good to respond. Saurabh being called not out on the field. Very quick single that. Good cricket. The arm ball in the air and on the bounce. Excellent work in the deep. Was travelling very quickly here, but covers excellent ground. The man at deep mid wicket keeps it down to just a single. Quality stuff on the field here by the Warriors, rather the strikers. Just tapped away to square leg for a single. Wonder if Mayank gets another over from the other end just to finish the spell of the two new ball bowlers. They've been exceptional. Can he pick another wicket here, Piyush? That's drilled down the ground for four. With mid off up inside the circle, that will always find the boundary. Just a tad too full, and he was very quick to pounce on that one. I don't think Piyush minds that because it's made the batter play down the ground. That'll entice a lot of wickets. Maybe called a wide. Goes again and finds the gap for four. So a couple of boundaries in this over just brings the momentum back for the Warriors. As you look at the replay here, for a moment the man at short extra might have been interested. That'll be a boundary to end the over. 45 for 5 after 7 overs. Forty-five for 5 after 7 overs as Saurabh got a couple of boundaries in the previous over and Piyush finished 3 for 25 and Raghuveer comes into the attack. Been some seriously good bit of new ball bowling. In the air, the fielder just falls short. So Mayur has been a little more proactive, but Saurav has been taking those risks. That'll be called a wide. Back to back wides. Just a reminder of what happened in the power play for both teams. The Strikers were 47 for 1, and the Warriors are 33 for 5. 1 for 14, or rather 4 for 14, the difference between the two teams. Piyush and Mayank really ripped the top order apart with their new ball bowling. But it's a consolidation phase here for the Venezia strikers. Look to pick more wickets, while the Warrior Club looks to consolidate. Pretty good battle here between Saurabh and Raghuveer. In taking those risks, Saurabh, a couple of wides in this over. Driven and finds the gap for 4. Exceptional timing on that one. You look at the replay here. Foolish ball, exquisite timing, and the long levers of the big man come into full fore here. Effort ball and just tapped away for a single. 50 on the board. But what's concerning is the number of wickets that they have lost in the process. 54 for 5 now. Mild shout from the keeper here. The umpire is not interested. In fact, given as runs. In the air. Just. Oh, that's scamper through for a couple of runs here. And at the end of the over, it's 57 for 5 after 8 overs. It's 57 for 5 after 8 overs as there's a change in bowling. Ritesh Jain comes into the deck. As you look at the field here, there's a man at deep extra cover, or rather deep point. Long off, long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg. Man at short fine and short third. In the air and finds the gap for 4. So the boundaries have been coming at will for these two batters here. The man at point might have been just interested for a while. That finds the gap, finds the boundary. So real consolidation and a mixture of attack here by the two batters. 60 up on the board. That's helped on its way for 4. So back-to-back boundaries for Mayur and the Warrior Club. Short down on one knee and just paddle that away for 4. Smart cricket. Scamper through for a single. Oh, that's gone and gone out of the ground. Fetch a new ball if you like. What a shot that is. Down on one knee and just pick the length very early. Expensive over so far this by Ritesh. And first 6 of the innings. Oh, slow through the air. Brilliantly bowled. Induced an outside edge. Think the word by the keeper helped the bowler here. In fact, what a shot that was for 6. Smart batting that by Saurabh. Picks the length so early. Oh, misses that full toss. Mayu would be gutted with himself here. 9 done, 73 for 5. 16 came off the first over from Ritesh. Flicked away for 4. That's always going to go to the boundary with the 45 inside the circle. So the runs coming thick and fast now for the Warrior Club. Saurabh has raced to 27. Just 13 balls. You look at the replay here. Just flicked it fine enough for 4. Had to get bat on ball for that one to travel to the boundary. 20 of the last 7 balls. All of a sudden, momentum shift towards the batting side here. Swing and a miss. Oh, that'll be called a wide. Interesting decision. Late call here. Look at the replay. Nicely tucked away, got inside the line of the ball. 21 of the last 7 balls. 1 over shifts the momentum. Again, that'll be down the leg side. Will be called a wide. Should come back for 2. Danger end at the batters, and if they make it safely. 24 of the last 7 balls here. All of a sudden, the momentum is with the Crescent Warrior Club. '81 for 5 now. Nicely punched. Good defense. Tucked away for a single. 82 for 5. Red dot ball. So the last 10 balls have actually yielded 25 runs. All of a sudden, we've been talking about it's the momentum that takes teams over the line. It's tuckled away for a leg by. So at the halfway mark, we are 84 for 5, the Crescent Warrior Club, and the patch officials and players will take a drinks break. So 84 for 5 at the halfway stage. 84 for 5 at the halfway stage. The Venezia strikers were 77 for 1. So these guys are 7 runs and 4 wickets ahead. And we see a change in bowling. Vivan into the attack, I think. Yep. So change in personnel from left arm spin to right arm off spin. As you look at the field, deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep point. So Vivan for his first over. Oh, that's gone! What a ball! That's turned miles. 6 wicket down for the Crescent Warrior Club. What a fantastic delivery that. Round the stumps, pitched on middle, and that's a goner. Sort of falls for 29. 84 for 6 now. 84 for 6 as Raghavan Nambirajan walks out to the middle. Exceptional performance with the ball. Needs to replicate that with the bat. What a great start this by Vivian. 84 for 6. As we look at the numbers of Raghavan, average is 35, strike rate of 132, over 3,000 runs in his 130 games. Full toss, and he finds the gap between point and backward point for 4. In fact, short third and backward point for 4. It's all happening in this over. Wicket followed by a boundary. Wanted to take the full toll of that full toss, but ends up miscuing it for a boundary. A big gap in that region. Oh, that's gone miles and out of the ground, in fact. Fetch that, says Raghavan. 10 runs of the first 2 balls for Raghavan, and he's come out all guns blazing here. What started as an incredible over is now turning out to be a fantastic over. Oh, genuine edge, and that's a tough chance down by the keeper. That's an entertaining over so far. A wicket, a 4, a 6, and a drop catch. Unfortunate for the keeper. Not a easy chance that, standing up to the stumps. It's all happening here. Full toss and finds the gap again for 4. It's turning out to be an eventful over. 14 of it so far, still a ball to go. And the momentum that had shifted with that wicket of Saurabh has now all of a sudden shifting back to Crescent Warriors. Goes again and goes out of the ground this time. 20 of the over before that wicket fell. 100 on the board. 104 for 6 after 11 overs. And Raghavan has come out with some serious intent. 104 for 6 after 11 overs as the Warrior Club requires 73 in the last 9 overs. It's turning out to be an exciting chase here. 6 down. Mayur batting on 30 of 21. On the contrary, Raghavan batting on 20 of just 5 balls. Cuts and finds the gap for 4. So runs coming thick and fast for the Crescent Warrior Club. And they don't have any intentions of stopping here. Darshit is into the attack and is welcomed with a boundary here. Raghavan batting at a strike rate of 400. Shot again and cuts again for 4. This time to the right, or rather the left of the fielder. In fact, right of the fielder. Previous one was to the left of the fielder, this one to the right of the fielder. 8 of the first 2 balls, and all of a sudden 28 of 8 balls. 28 of 8 balls. That'll be a wide. 29 of 8 balls, in fact. Oh, that's stayed low here. Good batting by Mayur to actually fend it off or keep it out. Now, here's the interesting battle. What's Raghavan going to do here? Does he hold back? Have a look at the field, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, deep point and deep backward point, short third inside the circle. Does he play the paddle or does he shuffle to offside and just hoik it over square leg? That'll be a wide. Oh, they scamper through for a bye here. Chance of a run out, but the keepers missed it completely. All happening here. 31 runs of the last 9 balls. Talk about momentum shift. Punched away for a single by Mayur. Oh, he slipped here, the fielder. Good recovery. Collect the ball. 117 for 6. All of a sudden, the Warrior Club needs 60 of 50 balls. Oh, that's short, wide, and gone all the way, I think. Nope, just lands inside for 4. Got a hand to it, I think, the man at backward point. Yeah, he did get a hand to it. I think it's Piyush on the boundary. So runs coming thick and fast. Here 35, 36 in fact. The last 11 balls. Tapped away for a single. End of the over. 18 came off that one. 38 from the last 2 overs. 122 for 6 of 12 overs. So 122 for 6 of 12 overs. So 122 for 6. And Kunal comes into the attack. Oh, he's been welcomed with a 4 here. Tell you what, Raghavan has come out with all guns blazing in this innings. Kunal, after that 50 in the first innings, has come out to bowl some off spin. And now he's forced to change his field here. Man at deep extra cover, long off, long on, deep point. No one at square leg. Man at mid wicket, deep mid wicket. And Raghavan is actually turning it on here. Oh, he's pulled that away for 6. Get the ball if you like. 48 of 13 balls, this partnership. And Raghavan has raced away to 35 of just 9 balls. Strike rate of 388. He's turning it on big time here. And all of a sudden, the Crescent Warrior Club need less than run a ball. 45 or 46 balls. That'll be a wide. Oh, he's gone. What a ball to get the wicket. It's all happening here at Khalsa ground. Would you believe it? Gentle loosener outside the leg stump. Could have left it for a wide delivery. Tried to help it on its way and straight to the man at 45 in the fine leg boundary. Dear oh dear. 7th wicket down after Raghavan falls for an exciting 35 runs of 10 balls. Strike rate of 350 has really got the game close. 132 for 7. So Kunal picks up his first wicket, putting up a show here, the man of the match performance. 50 in the first innings and then follows it up with a wicket. So out walks Manish. Nicely played. So 133 for 7, and all of a sudden, when Raghavan was out there, it was looking very much possible, but at the moment, it's looking all a bit jittery. New man in, Mayur needs to take the onus on himself. Driven away, but there's no one at extra cover. Oh dear, fielder slipped there for a bit. Hope he's all right. 134 for 7, and all of a sudden this over. Seemed like a lottery here, but it's turned out to be a lottery for the strikers than the Crescent Warrior Club. Turning it on. This game can go either way. Don't leave your screens if you haven't already. In the air, couple of bounces to the man at deep mid wicket. 13 came off that over. 135 for 7 after 13 overs. As the Warrior Club requires 42 or 42. So 42 or 42 required. 135 for 7 as we have a change in bowling. Mayank comes back into the attack for his final over. Captain is searching for wickets. Oh, that's cut away for 4. Has that gone all the way? Nope. It's on the bounce for 4 as Mayur nears his 50. 45 of 27, turning it on here. Batting at a strike rate of 166. So Mayank is welcomed with a boundary here. You look at the field. Deep extra cover, deep point, long on, long off, and deep mid wicket. Solitary man at square leg, no one at short fine. So boundary to start off the over. 38 of 41 needed now. Again Mayur holds the key. Again pulls out of his run up. Does Mayank. Wonder what the plans would be. Crescent Warriors actually bowled a lot of short balls in the death overs. Oh, under edge. Wants the single but is sent back rightly by his partner. Big shout, big shout. The umpire is not interested. Might have been going down the leg side, I think. Yeah, might have been going down the leg side. The keeper was way too down the leg side. Another foolish ball and tap down long on for a single. So after that first ball, Mayank has actually corrected his length. Oh, hope he's all right here. Slipped on the floor. There's a hint of dew here as well, so you see the towels are out. 140 for 7, 37 of 38 balls. All Manish needs to do is rotate the strike, keep it to Mayur. Look at the field here again for the new batter. Similar kind of field. Long on, long off. Long on is slightly inside the circle, slightly inside the boundary line. Gone. Yep, genuine edge. And the 8th wicket falls. Wanted to tap it down for a single, but ends up giving a simple catch to the keeper. As you look at the replay, tried to play it across the line, fine enough, but fine catch by the keeper. As Mayank picks up his 2nd wicket and 8th one down for the Warrior Club. 140 for 8. Oh, nicely bowled and nicely played as well. Aman Agarwal, the new batter in. So 141 for 8 after 14 overs. As the Crescent Warrior Club required 36 of 36. So, so Kunal to continue his first over. 1 for 13. Nicely played and safely negotiated for a single. The players who have played with red helmets today have actually gone berserk. Raghavan is an example. Look at the field, deep mid wicket, deep point, deep extra cover. Big shout, and up goes the finger. And that's 9th wicket down. And that's player of the match performance for sure by Kunal. And he does a Ronaldo celebration to follow that up with. Look at the replay here. Foolish ball, hit on the pads. That would have been going on to crash the middle and leg stump. The umpires have converged for a bit here. The batters have to go. 46 for Kunal as the ninth wicket goes down. And with that, the hopes of Warriors clinching the game also goes down. So the ninth wicket down for the Crescent Warrior Club. And Kunal picks up his second wicket. Oh, that'll be wide. Yep. Ball's turning square here, despite the Duke. Oi, that's a good bowling. And Vivek is the final man in. Played a couple of balls. That'll be a wide again. Good take by the keeper, in fact. Been doing well behind the stumps. Kunal 2 for 15 and 50 with the bat. Close to the tram line, but not called a wide. So 33 required of 32. Bowled him. It's all over. Kunal picks up his third wicket and he's for sure to be declared the player of the match. And the Venezia Strikers win by 32 runs to finish the formality. What a performance. You look at the wicket here. Nicely tossed up delivery. Wanted to take the aerial route and he's gone for miles. All done here as the Venezia Strikers take the game by 32 runs here at the Khalsa ground.